Me manyaska be was kasi go Mahama. Ma wa bon cause me manyaska be was kasi go Mahama.
Oh, you have money than him?
Of course. I have money more than him.
How about Ibrahim?
Oh, now Wontumi kaso was kasi.
Na say your body to far. Appear could be said Chairman Wontu to me coffee net. Your friend be application. What application I say? Or say application be wo. Na sa application e asem ya yede abeto pono so. Ah sa asem no e wo so mo bom homoden na mo de mmra kwan so ebotra. Mami wey I keep telling Ghana for say oye beifo. The reason why they be am say Jane Mensah e beifo ne say beifo e na sebio ye body tuja. Upon the issue of Ghana nyina no sa beifo we na adwene say enya de obe resign it, which is fine. It is fine. Now, this is what we are seeing now from the Electoral Commission. EC4 say, Omunya police or so many police for Tenase. What kind of story now? EC police hold talks ahead of Ablekuma North result declaration. Mensah on the boss Masari Kwasiampe yina omuti EC one mono. They have tried about 7 times to say, Eya Ablekuma. Abana yeto ye no omuba declare results no, but let me tell you for a fact, Mensah any East no, they are blaming the police and saying say omu total protection from the police and it no to mean declare election results eye Ablekuma eye seat no mameka bi ncho Ablekuma not seat no, the Electoral Commission, the intention was to declare it for NPP. Mensah, Bosman Asari, they knew that the NPP person had lost the elections, and they know till now. Now, the reason why they could not declare the elections, and they say they were not sure, they did not expect, say, the NDC will win power. Now, the manipulations they did, a better point to be at, it is making it difficult for them as EC directors or the returning officers of Ghana elections, to declare the winner of the elections. As we speak, Jane Mensah and the EC, they cannot tell us they have the original pink sheets to declare Ablekuma North elections. Because deliberately, they told the MPP candidates not to bring a pink sheet. And the EC itself deliberately decided to ban the pink sheet. Because now MPP nini wini. Now they are stuck. They are stuck because they know, say, if they try to come out and declare the elections for the NPP candidate, which they know lost the elections, there's going to be a lot of chaos. So now, every single day, see a person say, oh my, the result of Ablekuma North, or see, yeah, police protection. Every single day, ya to abewie 5 months ni, you declare Ablekuma North. Ask yourself why. Because I know the IGP. As we sit now, the police have always been on standby. The military have always been on standby. But Jane Mensah always uses the police as an excuse. And every single day, Biano, we want to talk to the police. Can we be given air? Can we be given air protection? Obwa? They don't know how to announce the election results. And at this point too, she cannot go back and say, because he knows, or she knows, say, the NDC won the Ablekuma North seat. Until she's stuck in the middle. And you see, and I keep telling Ghana for say, and I keep telling this government, you see, I know Bibeka say, NDC ba power no, this is the Electoral Commission. There are people who voted, there are people who are still paying taxes, there are people who need a representative to represent them in the Parliament of Ghana. It is not their doing that they don't have a member of parliament. Their job as citizens is to follow the law, is to pay their taxes and vote. Now, they have done all these things as citizens. It is left with the Electoral Commission, who has been given the mandate to conduct elections and pronounce the winner. So at this point, who is supposed to be sacked? Who is the incompetent one? Who is not supposed to even come? Because when we give you a job, we expect you to produce answers or results. Yamawe Juma said, your only job as the EC, Jane Mensah and Bosman Asare, is to conduct elections, declare the results, and walk. For 5 months, if an electoral commission is still asking for protection, abra till date, no electoral officer from the Electoral Commission headquarters have been attacked or has been attacked, then it means it's a deliberate move by the EC not to declare the elections. And I believe, say, if Jane Mensah is not going to declare the elections, the president needs to be petitioned that she cannot do her job, and then she needs to be sacked. This alone, for her refusing to declare the elections, because you cannot tell me it is because of security protection. The police on several occasions, Okatakyie Jane Mensah EC said, they are ready and willing to provide all the necessary protection. But every single day, Jane Mensah EC for they try to create an impression, say they are sitting in turmoil. The reason why they cannot declare the elections is because the math was done. The manipulation was done. They knew they were going to hand over the elections to the NPP candidate. Now that ambassador, they are finding it difficult because they don't have the real numbers to prove, say, the NPP candidate won the elections. Because now when they declare the elections, the question will be, say, where did you get the numbers? There isn't even the original pink sheet to declare the elections from. So how are you declaring the elections? If you don't have the original pink sheet, how do you go ahead to declare elections? It means you are declaring the elections for the wrong person. Now, if the EC wants to be transparent enough for people not to have issues with her and her dog called Bosman Asaria, for the past 5 months, the EC should or could have said, say, they don't want any chaos because Yatuaba, not Kevin Taylor winning. The people who voted for Kevin Taylor, they will still come back and vote for Kevin Taylor. So what is preventing Jane Mensah from conducting another election at Ablekuma North, which is more easier, which will take less than 24 hours, which will take less resource? What is stopping her? Because at this point, there's too much controversy about who won and who lost. So if there's too much controversy, if there are issues with pink sheet, if people are saying they won and they didn't win, what do you have to do? To prevent the chaos and prevent people from attacking each other, go to the basics and reconduct the elections at Ablekuma North. What is stopping her? What is stopping her is that before the elections, they had already taken money. They had already made plans that the election is for Ablekuma North MPP candidates. So I believe, say, the woman is not qualified to fill this position. Over the years, election biya wa conduct biano, she has not been able to basically conduct the elections to the level we have always wanted. We saw Charlotte say, we saw Afarijan. We have seen elections conducted in a smooth, fluid manner. Election biya Jane Mensah and Bosman Asare ehedi biano. There's been chaos. The people have been shot. The declaration has been, as we speak today, there are so many things that have, so many seats that have been declared, all because the electoral commissioner is not capable. She's not competent. So, answer to this problem is simple. There are two things. Either the EC conducts new elections, or Ablekuma North, or we petition the president for the EC to be sacked based on her incompetence. Because you see, the EC has failed on all fronts. 7 elections, 7 constituencies as we speak today. As we speak, they have not been declared. How do we live? How do we move on as a nation? And it has all been hijacked by this witch. Oko kanasema yesi en kanasem adentra nebusuani ne eye bola bed. Maame na waka nanim sise bola bed no Rebecca Ekufuado. Ekufuado de ba ye or MPP for nipa itma me en kanasem. This woman is being paid for not working. Jane Mensah, Bosman Asare, they are being paid for not doing any job. Because a government worker and a Kora office and for 5 months, what is expected of them, they have not been able to deliver. Why are we still supposed to keep that person there? If for 5 solid months, 7 constituencies, declaration has not come, then we don't need these people at the Electoral Commission. Because for 7 months, Jane Mensah, Bosman Asare, and those idiots have been drawing salaries. We have been paying them their full salary. We have been paying taxes. They have been taking the taxes. They have been taking care of themselves. As we speak today, they have not been able to deliver. So why is this witch still at the EC? So there are 2 things we should do. It's either the EC redo the elections, reorganize the elections, or we petition the presidency that this woman cannot do the job. Because 5 months, 6 months, 7 electoral areas. Yatia, how many MPs? 7 constituencies, how many MPs? How can we move forward as a nation? How can we as a people, how can we move forward? A petition needs to be sent to the presidency. We need to petition the president and tell the president, you know something, apart from the breaches, contractual breaches, any the scandals, the woman herself, the woman and Bossman Asari, the two people have not been able to deliver. Intiga Mahama ba power. Obetina power yi. Onwa onye adwuma bia. Onwa de okan ye onye mu ba akokra. And 5 months your Mahama ti Jubilee House or and yetua ne ka e the statement. Anka dia asem na obeka. Do you know how much Mensah takes every month? Do you know how much salary Bossman Asari takes every month? Do you know how much? Do you know how much these people are paid every single month? They are taking millions of Ghana cedis. So why are we making these people waste our money, not doing the job, and we still entertaining these fools? And anytime I catch a Ghana for say, Jane Mensah, Bossman Asari, these MPP surrogates are supposed to leave. Ablekuma North. Now, to be very fair, to be very honest, 7 constituencies won't be declared. Why don't you just come out and tell Ghana for say, you know something? I've not been able to declare 7 constituencies. I want to do a rerun. That's all. That's all. What is so difficult about that? 7 constituencies, they are in contention. I cannot declare them. I want us to redo the elections there. It is simple as that. What is stopping her from doing that? 7 solid constituencies. You can just release a statement one day and say, you know something, I don't want any of these constituencies to have some contention and some misinformation surrounding whoever has won or lost. I want these 7 constituencies, I want us to rerun the elections again. Because the people who voted in these constituencies, they are still alive. They have not gone anywhere. They are still in Ghana. They have seen whatever is happening. And if they are willing to vote, why don't you give them the opportunity to go back to the ballot, go back to the polls and vote? Why are we sitting there entertaining this woman and this group of issues? The reason is they don't have the original pink sheet. They don't have it. And we saw a video of the returning officer telling Ghana for say, there is no original pink sheet at Ablekuma North. If there's no original pink sheet, then you don't need to ask for protection. You need to rerun the elections because so asking for protection, it does not change the fact to say the election have been tainted. It's Jane Mensah. It is not about protection we need. It's about you conducting a clean, clear election again. This is what the returning officer said.
Good evening, media. I hope you've all seen what is going on. Yesterday, we were left with 7 polling stations to go. We came today. We've been able to do 4 out of the 7. So we are left with 3 more. We brought our presiding officers here. 2 came and they couldn't authenticate the statement of pool and declaration form. 1 said she can't come. So that is the 3 now. It's so unfortunate for me to make this statement that I'm done with Ablekuma North. They should find a new return officer to continue their work for them. Thank you.
You haven't got in there. You haven't got in there.
When you call me, I don't come.
You haven't got in there.
Mr. Shuba, what do you say to that?
Good evening once again. I think it is out of.
They should find a new return officer. Fortunate for me to make this statement that I'm done with Ablekuma North. They should find a new return officer to continue their work for them. Thank you.
You haven't got in there. You haven't got in there.
When you call me, I don't come.
You haven't got in there.
The returning officer now, Odi anymore, compile all the results. Or say the pink sheets are missing. So why are we still sitting here asking for protection? Protection to declare an election that is not conclusive? Protection to do what? Protection to cause more chaos? Because Nipana or Gada results in say, Pepani Gada in your hands, it does not matter the protection you want from the police. It does not matter the military coming. It's about how diligent and how and transparent the election is. Right now, the election, Ablekuma North, any other constituencies, it has been tainted. No amount of protection and a big cleaning election up. So the only way we all will have clear conscience to live in Ablekuma North is to rerun that elections. Is to go back and do the elections again and conduct the elections again and count and then declare who won Ablekuma North. How difficult is this? Adewe dine di wom and the Mensah before way Jimmy way MP before betena so enkwasiasem Mensah move what is a Traore. Na soldier forecast 30 dinechi kwasiafo way. They are basically not better than teachers in Ghana. Mensah and Boss Manasari, omunya better than police form in Ghana. They are not better than nurses in Ghana. They are not better than any civil servant. And Kwasiafo are the same civil servant. We treated Mensah to say oya nyankopon. Kwasiasem no te Ghana hana na odi. Ombe box mukwana oma ye answer who won the elections in 2020. Kwasiaba Wekache said she's not going to do it. And we got people at the Supreme Court protecting this criminal. Now we have gotten to that point where she needs to do her job. She's not doing the job. And I didn't Jimmy to and yes, so because Ghana for we are timid. And go say because this woman is not doing shit. And we are paying her money. We are giving her money. Nebati American or bought drugs. Kwasiaba and yetiana Ghana for mbadi edianekura bibedi kroje bindi. Or the neba to America. And an neba cars. And an Abanity Hostel, and an Abanity America Eco School, and on Okwasiano, we're holding call for life. We're holding call for life at a standstill. And yet Tigana and Yaka say, Nyaminti. Obia Jimmy Yewuzo Jimiana. This lady will mess this country up. Let's get rid of her as the EC boss. Mompamono. She is not supposed to be sitting there. Bossman Asari or another foolish fool. They can do the job. Let's get rid of these dumbheads. These are people you're home for 8 years. Why are we still entertaining them? We don't need any declaration under security. We need a rerun. 7 constituencies now we need a rerun. Go and conduct new elections. MPP we know winning. NDC we know winning. Nobody are going to fear. Because to date, as Menotiano, nobody believes any of the results out there. The best thing to do is come clean the slate. Let's go back, do the elections again. No bianco fee. Thank you very much for staying. Inti and you drew a year NPP for some so. And the breaking news coming in the say Brand Champon ako dinjinemu ama Chairman Wontumi a year sikana akano ama and the Chairman Wontumi no emiti a year bill. Mama yenshare a year the AC. A year Chairman Wontumi lawyer a friend no a year apia kubi akasa.
Lawyer, we've heard from Baumia, we've heard from Alexander Fenyomaki. They said they went to NIB. The client is not there. Where is he?
You see, there is a way of doing everything. If you use the way to do it, you will do it as expected. So you don't start throwing stones when you want to enter the house. This is, what is the time? This is 8 o'clock. But we've gotten public officers still stay here and wait for us. It depends on how you conduct the business. So we have been seen by the public officers. We've done what is dutifully our job to do with Dennis. We encountered some difficulty which will be sorted out on Monday. Then we'll have a fresh slate to operate. We will work towards the desired results. I beg you, all of you, I will stay out of the politics and the theater, and I'll do the work within the law. I thank you very much for your support.
Just one question. Do you know the whereabouts of your client?
Oh, yes. Why not?
Where is he?
We had brought him to meet with Vice President, but the situation we saw was difficult to arrange this meeting, to pass through the crowd to get Vice President, see him and talk to him. So we had to take him back, and I told you that his condition of health requires attention. So he is receiving attention. He is wholly good is wholly healthy, and there's nothing to worry about in respect of his health.
Secure the bail now?
We have been able to provide the sureties. That one I can assure you. And I'm very grateful to Honorable Brian Agyapong, who has supported me to file the documents. He has brought his documents to which goes over and above the value of money that is required. So I thank him very much.
So that means your client is going home tonight?
Oh, well, obviously no.
So when?
I told you that we encountered a challenge. The challenge that needs to be addressed before we can go forward. In fact, they had agreed to do the inspection tonight. So all the officers are there. But the challenge that I faced is legal. We can't do it because, but I'm grateful to them. They agreed to wait for us to bring the documents for them to go and inspect the properties. But we have a legal challenge. Unknown to me, there was an application to frustrate what we are doing. So we will deal with it on Monday. I say it is application that was not filed by my good self, but that prohibits us.
Is that what you're holding?
That is what I'm holding.
Specifically, what is it about?
I'm not showing you.
So hopefully by Monday your client will be free.
Hopefully by Monday, when this application is withdrawn, then we'll proceed to complete what we are doing.
I get that becomes a conditionality then, that if this application is withdrawn,
yes,
your client gets to go home.
Pending, that will impeach them from continuing with the negotiations. Otherwise, we need to wait and this application is taken and the results come before we can also come in. Because independency of this application, none of us can perform. But at least we have the agreement that we are ready to end. So but for this application, we would have ended.
PZ4. Mi bejijum. Chairman Wontumi lawyer na kasa ya no. Mami en starting mo say. Asebio. Asam no science ye. Inchirechiremu no a lawyer chirechiremu no so utie eye apia ku biye a. Ose o enyimre yi. Eye ono de he's not going to involve himself in theatricals. He's not going to involve himself in politics. He's going to try and stay within the law so that the authorities, EOCO, can basically listen and meet them halfway. It's in a case of all static as I say. Maybe some catch a gun for some media Jimmy and Ecoso Abontin on Mencan. Jimmy Anna, a man for Jimmy to say to form Hono. Maybe some tears a media may a lawyer. Because theatricals. Say theatricals and I say concerts. Into Obekasano say, oh, maybe some tears say. Concert na ekoso ewie MP Sabank of Fobo say former vice president Mabani sa Jimmy no na menka ho. Ena me besa mo sa tia so say enya politics na meye. Na emom no me kasa say lawyer sebio den eya me client hye dem ya che na hye kukuom a me pe ekwan bi a eya mbra kwan so eyi eye minipa eye chairman twetwe. Na ne kasa mu no o say eye sika na omupemo obi abesia wawa na omutumidi ejina so akata Chairman Wontumi sika we ananipa we abedi edien injinemu every friend sureties na omupe obi asebio obetumesi ne bo abase me yakromfo na enso yanchi mi nko ade me bedi injinemu no omso omonya bi omonya akromfo te se Brian Agyapong na de ekosi ni nyina ne se Brian Agyapong de nkrata aba se owo njapadie bia odi ba bedi nginemu edi amaye yi Chairman Wontumi na kofia kojimi na de ekosi nyina ne se sankrata na beka omonsa emom de akokire EOCO fo na sebio osi asemi ewo hɔ a saa se no mo nhye dan kan wie wo se teacher ni yese ya na so teacher ni wabon so students so what do you think? So next teacher no wabon o say mo se Brian Agyapong de nkrata aba se de japadie bi ni ade a che so da na se na nkrata na chi no nsem bi wo ho in same go have be application. Please that for much application. Obi din same for be abetum. Na saa semono akoye no ho kodanna. Ena yesem kotebeka ni no kotebeka no. Eye journalist no. Esa di eye kasa no mano ko na no AW. Odi microphone no e ko na no. Eka se oh se bonya nkrata kromfo brade champon de aba dia ene se toy ene de yi no oso menkasa yi de mentimi kan kire se ene oso ene se monsa kakrata na ngiremu aba dia ene anadwu ya toy be kofie ene oso yenka ne sa efie pa de bedin na emom yetutu ye ni dia be ya dwoada na se yetete abetie na ne chaare no na se ye body to fa apia kubi se Chairman Wontumi kofie ne na Monday no kura no ye fra bibi application oti application ase kwase ato udu jimi ti pizza ti di matem onti application ase ena udi ka bintela tem otwa ne anyamonde wa ye sadi na kugum emuso Somalia ose application bi wo ho na sa application e asem bi a ye de abeto pono so a sa asem no e wo so mo bom ho moden na mo de mmra kwa so ebotra na eno no so mo ti botra Monday a ena twetwe bebe fie enti so obi gina bebi ka kire so oh obi ti se brand champon se owe Agyapade bi na ode won krata aba enti ode abedi nginemu se Chairman Wontumi kofia ene se sa nipa no obeso kire wo se eye twetwe otwa wontro me no wo ka sei pe de eye apia kubi ekaye pe de apia kubi eka kire se brand champon edi sika ana nginemu a eburu 50 million Ghana cedis o kobro ni sika ba $5 million no also odi inkrata odi abakura doso krampo chen $5 million yate ase na apart after that no krampo no edin se to be kofie intend de bembusa MPP for say asem sia say yati obi a say obi wo koka adwemu a edien na ewo se nipa na ne wo koka adwemu e de se to no edien na wo se ne lawyers eye. Because let's go back and listen to MPs, foot soldiers. Na yentie their comments and Sanamabe responded to Asama Piekubia Kachre. Then you get to know, say, MPP Nankasano, a Jimmy Fono do no parliament. And a omo formono, a Jimmy Fono Nantie. If you say, Utie in Sama Piekubi eka, meaning say, theatricals are near abontene Jimmy and no Jimmy tete form no na emfa ade papa bia mrasem no. In fact, so we show pana the appear could be air patch and say enkwasi asem e course a baomia ene omo ba nyina be Jimmy omo ko no entumi ansesa bibia na ye kasa na dwi entumi ansesa bibia sa momme yenko back kakra na yenko tie MPP for MPs na yentie omomudi MPP echiba eye EOCO ni NIB ono na yenhye sibi a omodwene na yenhye so omunim nyansa na so omwagimi and why Chairman Wontumi obetena jail anase yebe jail no na momme start emfire chire
yes mun 50 million yen
50 billion na mo kano eye 500 billion na 500 ye tie nyina ni MPC ye to mu nyina ye benya sika no MPC atete ye to wo mo a ye benya sika no Wontumi ni na busia pani ye to no a obenya sika no eji do Mahama ni nua Ibrahim omkwa na wo sika no o ti ase eti se se ye koto sra do Mahama eni ni nua Ibrahim se wo fa sika no mra ni atime nyi Wontumi aside that no ye tete ye to ye nyina ye timi nya sika no aya ra wo sem na koso the betima ya ni say the tete from here because you can hear nibi omo na akodi omo o just say
I see red scarf on your head
because right now the way we are standing safe we already vex 2028 they forward for us we go pay back we go do times 10
to win the elections.
Yes, we go do times 10 we are going to win the election we are going to do times 10 what they are doing is not good. How many days today? We are here. We are not going to house. We are going to sleep here. Unless they leave our chairman. If not, we're not going to accept this thing. We are Ghanaians, so we are not foreigners. But 2028, NDC, we go pay back. We have the men, MPP, we have the men.
Who I'm sure will win the election. But do you have any idea of the main issues on the ground that bail has been granted? He should just meet the bail conditions.
Because if they grant somebody for bail, you're supposed to give the person bail.
Which the bail which has been given, which he need to meet, provide what the security officials want and go home.
That's why. So what they are doing is not fair. It's not fair. What they are doing is not fair. They will stop what they are doing. They want us to spoil the country. That.
So you want them to release him,
yes,
so that all of you will live here?
Yes.
If it's not released, you are staying here?
Yes, we are going to sleep here ourselves.
Till when?
Till any day that they are going to leave him. If not,
this particular day, we the MPP, we don't care. We are citizens. We are Ghanaians. Not to be in opposition. We can do 10 times that. And we are telling the national security what you think you are intelligent. Yes. Who will penetrate you in this gate today. Yes. We don't care whatever that is happening. That diplomacy must end We know. On the 7th January 2029, your day is to be good. It's maybe a more young. It is also maybe a money.
As a member of parliament,
yes. There was NI before. Our rate, and then the Jama Wontu the first year. Said your Mahama respecting law now. Yes, respecting law now.
Unia, 95. I am saying that what is happening is wrong. It's not good. It's not good for democracy. If you believe Wontumi has committed a crime, charge him to court and let the court decide. You don't do this. You don't put a bail bond of 50 million Ghana cedi and say that come and go and look. And you even say that it must be in Accra. Of course, if Wontumi say he has 100 houses or 50 houses, you don't say it must be in Accra. It's reckless. It's premeditated. They want to punish him. But I can tell you something. If the NDC know the backbone of the people who form MPP, we all know the base of the NDC and we know the base of the MPP. If they know the people who form the base of the MPP, they will know that they cannot break their backs. They should look at the people who form the base of the MPP, and they should know that these are people who died to be able to have the sort of country we call Ghana. You can't break the back of the MPP. The sort of people you have in the MPP, with Ashanti region leading that charge, they should know the type of people who live there, and they should know the type of people. You can't break their back.
Former Vice President said there was a certain understanding that come. There was a certain understanding that Chairman Wontumi will be brought here. According to NIB, he is not their suspect, and he was brought here by EOCO. So as for them, they can only allow access upon firm instructions from EOCO. Well, all those arrangements were made, but upon getting here, they now tell us different story. We'll keep to it, and I'm sure some, I don't know, but I find it very worrying that a country, Ghana, inquiry bail, or someone would demand 50 million cedis worth of properties before the person is granted inquiry bail. I'm telling my friends in NDC one more time, they should check some of these things, because posterity is watching them. Thank you very much.
Were you able to see him at least? Were you able to see him? Did they allow you to see him?
Not at all, like I said. He's nowhere to be found. They claim they couldn't bring him. They claim they couldn't bring him here, and he's still in the custody of NIB at their Kaokudi office, where they claim until EOCO authorizes, we cannot even see him. But you and I know that they are using the bill to punish him. And like I said, posterity is watching.
I must record that the bail conditions that have been set for Chairman Wontu bail, 50 million Ghana, is very onerous. I don't know how many people in Ghana can have property with 50 million Ghana cedis. I believe that this was just set to prevent release. We are going to follow the due process, the legal process, to make sure that he's released as soon as possible. I want to plead with all to remain calm as we work behind the scenes to make sure that he is out. I believe that we will be successful, but we have to be calm and not take the law into our own hands. I think it's very important that we follow due process and make sure that Chairman Wontu is released safe and sound.
So they should release him here today, because I swear to God something will happen. You just watch and see. Don't go anywhere. They shouldn't release him. You will see something. It will get to a level we will not listen to our leaders. We will not listen to the leaders at all. We will not listen to our leaders. We will let them know that in the MPP we also have the men. We also have people that their hearts disturb them to certain levels. You didn't see us since they arrested him. We are here today. We know what is going to happen. They shouldn't let him come up, and we are going to see. MPP, we have the men.
Afe wohu yaka hooligans in Ghana afe wohu. Kwasiafo e beda ne ho beka kire say MPP NDC4 yesi soja ban omodo mo etuturafo wohu se wanka se wohu. Problem we nyina ne de se wohu omo jimi de bia meka me se entafo no mo MPP mo jimi chen akanfo no de bia meka me se sa akanfo party we MPP no de bia omo de entafo mo ade bia omo jimi na gitumi ohu de na esi wo ho utie niti wo ose MPP no omo mo tie no kwa santimemu e ho no mo free because odi akanfo party enim ni rempo afi baby o free. He's not even proud of where he's from. He's letting people know say akanfo party no no teni aboa niti wo la be di enim into o kire Ghana say unimi yase ye tutrafo akanfo asantefo enna na niti wo kana brofo a kire mo no o say ana NDC for refi omo mo te party no niti wo or your former defense minister or kire Ghana for say ana Ghana for refi say NDC for refi say omo MPP no omo te ye no ana ye refi omo so mo ye tutrafo na omo asefo ya asantefo. These are the same people when they get the opportunity to speak about politics na nwan way catch them say I NDC for tutrafo ade si wo ho these people were attacking police ye bo bi trimu tu a ankomeka say John Mahama ekunipa. So we show video ni nyina throughout omo na omo jimi omo a they want that belonging entafo na no mu di anim no. Anytime be make say me wo 10 year odi party we anim ya asantefo party a what is a preko mame because you see on say eye gidigidi no we hu so bi afoka afri Kumasi aba be di anim ko ntokwa ana we hu eye gidigidi no na pona oya de hye na yeyi no 2024 say on medi mu anim no hu say na po abegina ho ko ntokwa ye busa na po enra say Chairman Wontu ya chi no o say han say oje aban contract dia ye fra wa so yi ano ade hye ti Kumasi ti menhia addition to South Central so te bantama ena montafo ni bia mo agimi no omo no begu nkran ena mo mubi mo agimi nti mo na mabetire soso poyando ade betini abodi tirimutuo la ila ayila ni ato na twene na kwase bi tie yi ase enom club e was antase na kwase aginkran se memetani aboa no me na mebeji MPP esi wo won de bia me ka kire mo se montafo ni bi na mo MPP ni mo agimi mo sa intafo na mo MPP no 90% of intafo mo MPP mo agimi papa and they keep using you are my brothers and I keep advising you people gabi ochira kuna oje party no any government the boss no won so abegina ho apiapia send the police ni bi start panicking na o'clock na to 10 oji se be kan gabi no oji se be ka be die tuo Jankromaji $23 million contract oji se be ka no oji se be ka kufuado e be ka bamtiba oji se e be ka eye ba omianim se ne yire hu hia nti oba no amfa ne yire ndi nachi because onim se etuturafo ne nkwasiafo ne mahia enti na time apia kubi kasa no o say I am a lawyer, I didn't involve myself in the theatrics and also the foolish politics. Ono oya lawyer ma Chairman Wontumi no o say nkwasiade na course so abontene ho no. He wants to tell you he is not part of it and that he was doing his legal job. Afa won ye de nkwasiafo na gitumi wa MPP mu ena ye de ntafo dodo na gitumi ma asantefo MPP. Omo anomo from Ashanti youth say Ashanti youth na omo ye press conference o Kumasi kan kwase asem no ohun say emu ba ko gire nim egire to anim dabi omo nyina te e ofie ene asomantafo nkwasiafo ni bi say monko mo na mabetire soso yaka atum tirim say mo de mumu bi party no mo na mo yankwase adwuma ento mo na mabegina etua no sankofo from Ashanti youth o say Ashanti youth na obugu Kumasi e choro nkwase press conference no omo say ye asantefo ye de adehye ye nana ye de baafo akoto ne titi ni moro mu titi MPP no wo mu se ba ko gina nim ha dabi typical jimifo entafo ni bi na omo agimi no they are using them for power to me ba na atam to me na kokuma se ko kire menhia ye entam MPP to me nkoma ya na da see MPP we need power ewo Ghana. The first place you did to me ni ko ye menhia because ye te party ni wo menhia na MPP opposition The omuyan say entafo moa. Omubi. Near the na ya na nom akogina kwano ne eku omo ato atwene. Ene bi ene ye de ye Gregrafoko. Ene bi ene ye de omo former chairman. Mahama. This is what the MPP does. Metu Ghana for Metu Nkwasi for the MPP chiefo. Me say this party is a tribal party. Omo anata ma MPP what power. No mo de omo some no take decisions. Sama omo no mo some ti Kumasi a partner e ho na de fruma ho. Emu san na mu hu omo eye NIB. Emu san na mu hu omo EOCO. Because omo hu mu amaka ne se mu agimi. Na ma menkyerɛw adekudie nti a Chairman Wontumi entumi nkofie. 90% of monkwasiafo a mugya mo yire no mo mbagu fie. Mode mo to kankan be demonstration ejimi mo ho. Sa police for yem hye mo no mo clock to no mo bow tirim to anke ku kwa. Akoya no gina police for enim ka say we are threatening eku na anka yeku ne kwa. Sa boy your friend Koka wo sade ande kwase ampanyi. Na police for hwe kwase we enim. They were supposed to shoot him. You cannot stand in front of a police officer and threaten a police officer, all because you have been given the right to demonstrate. So police and the life is in danger. Time and I'm push barricade, you know, or clockia. He that police officer on bulletproof. Sa kwasiana friend Koka the titan time Jimmy kwasian penny social media na ayafo. Such a referral for more brabia on an Ghana banchere ne James Bako ni hu fin no better intelligence. Kwasia way. The Oyane say, oh, yeah, MPP for now 100 Ghana, not on Facebook. Now, Kwasia Wejina Ghana police officer, they were supposed to shoot him in his head to send a message to Nkwasiaphobia. They think they can just stand before the police and do what? Misbehave. Wait, now go some kunde to training.
Me, so why is he here? While there is Baku, there is Baku. Baku is going on. We need men there. No, Ghana police is here to intimidate us. It's okay. But the guy came to hit me with a car. We were standing there. The guy hit me with a car. We have about 3 people. He hit us with a car. Why do you think they are counting there? It's wrong. Modern day police. And
the demonstration you are having, is it? Do you have permit for it? No can be demonstration I would the police for table. Sad demonstration I also we no permit a can. And these foolish ingrates. She ni perform time be na police ni to no body yamutua. Yes, the police na I the bonny. Kwasia way ojina ho beka just onim nyansa. Sad demonstration I would say omonko boko no. Sad 10 nin kwasia tafo na no mudi mu anim no. Sad tafo ni bi na o magim no mudi mu anim. I don't want ka so omonko boko no omonko defend omo. Na wo kwasi ampanyi social media na ayefo onye adwuma osore na kwotena ha na wakeka nkofo wansama na osore ko yese kohwe oto obi nchen nipa fin say oh your demonstration without permit and you have the audacity a dirty fool like you to threaten a police officer Ghana na muofo John Mahama na wakuma na me police nam gina wa anka wutrim tanyan na ma child say unlawful gathering nie you are threatening my life. That police officer will not go to jail. Do you know that? Mwejimi. Kwasia we to me da hono no bada. Nyansa omunibi. Because you see, they live in that social media world. Enti kwasia mpenyi of course fafuni dimechi necha nankofo omunya adwuma. These are aimless dirty looking boys. Anem one was saying to me hagi nyoma we. Now I hagi we do afuna tare no kon ho. You are part of an unlawful gathering. You are not even supposed to even be there in the first place. Into your boat, the police is right. You get what I mean? He stood before EOCO officers and threatened them. They were supposed to kill him. The next time they go there, also body to no much and the permit wine because one of my say a secured location, a security zone. So how do you walk to a security zone in front of EOCO? Now where Jimmy tell me to funti, where Jimmy tell you say everything is built on social media. Now you are at a security zone threatening a police or a security officer all because of MPP nearby and Wontumi Ambo Brano.
I know why you stay. You are laughing. The time will come. You are only there. Yes, you are there mocking us. You are mocking us today. We know you. You are there mocking us. You are there mocking us. The time will come. That time will come. That time will come. Your friend is saying, Remonacha, all these people and your personal vendetta. Say police need to catch them. Say, oh my chance, man, because you're in here, or moving here, or better. And I'm the person who managed to answer. It was a reset. The process is not done. The process will be formatting. But the formatting process, when we know you, we bring you out of your room for judgment.
Kenny Jimmy, and these are the people. He stood in front of EOCO to threaten EOCO boss. He knows where he stays. Me, I'm a EOCO boss, and I drink the bullet to good trim. Me, I'm a EOCO boss, and I drink come a bio name, and I come me the Dawan name. Me, who focus on penny way, social media and I have full. Your friends say coca, Nenum can Jimmy, a Juma Ben or ye, MPP between 8 years, on chair at dear papa to me ye. Bloggers say omu fimbia omu ti se adwa and okotina to moment omu ne din kwasia nkomo kwasia we how relevant is he in the MPP? Me amitie, I am more relevant in the MPP than this fool. You stand in front of EOCO office, a security zone without a permit to gather, and then you threaten the EOCO boss and tell them you know where he lives. They need to pick him up tonight, and then he makes gestures that you are going to cut his head. And this fool is working in Ghana. Remonacha. And this boy is walking on the streets of Ghana. He stands there and make a gesture that they're going to cut your head off. He even opened his mouth to say he knows where you live. Why should this foolish boy be walking on the streets of Ghana? Pick him up. Keep him in there. Let him prove to you. Let him explain the statement he made. Let the law work. Some moments in 1990 street this one, it energizes some stupid ones amongst them to think, say, this boy has threatened the EOCO boss and made a gesture of neutrality, and that he knows where he stays. And then some young ones will say, where they are normal, you have to make police in. So Raymond Archer should make sure the law works. Raymond Archer, make sure this boy is picked up. He has threatened all the officers there, and he has threatened to cut off your head. Sadia way and they kufuado oh yeah omubekum. We were here when they picked a woman up from airport Emirates. Jonas Sansa. They kidnapped a woman on Yeshi, and this boy is walking on the street of Ghana. You need to pick him up. He made a gesture of cutting your head. Hey! He made a gesture. He made a statement. Now listen to the guy again. Listen. This is not a joke. Listen to the guy.
I know why you stay. You are laughing. The time will come. You are only there. Yes, you are there mocking us. You are mocking us today. We know you. You are there mocking us. You are there mocking us. The time will come. That time will come. That time will come. Your friend is saying, Remonacha, all these people and your personal vendetta. Say police need to catch them. Say, oh my chance, man, because you're in here, or moving here, or better. And I'm the person who managed to answer. It was a reset. The process is not done. The process will be formatting. But the formatting process, when we know you, we bring you out of your.
This boy is daylight in a daylight threatening people. What is the IGP doing? What's the CID boss doing? Is he even allowed to stand there to demonstrate? Does he have the right? This is a security zone. He actually made gestures. He actually mentioned the EOCO boss name. He actually told people they know where he lives. So right now as I speak, Raymond Archer and in the bush for the they are in danger. People who work at EOCO, they are in danger. This guy in the next day or two, they can come together and murder them. He needs to be picked up for him to explain his statement. They need to pick this guy up. He needs to explain his statement. And Raymond Archer, I will be very disappointed in you when you allow this pig to walk on the streets of Ghana. I will not give you any respect again as the EOCO boss. And I'm sending this message to the IGP. I'm sending this message to the CID boss. If this boy is not picked up tonight, especially EOCO boss, Raymond Archer, you expect the biggest disrespect from me, Kevin Taylor. Raymond Archer, we are here protecting Ghana. We are here defending the law. We are here defending your job. You are working for the people of Ghana. You are supposed to make sure the law works. You are not supposed to be selective. This was on the premises of EOCO. This guy made a gesture. This guy mentioned your name. This guy should be picked up. He needs to explain. He needs to explain. And we are giving you till Monday. This boy needs to be picked up by EOCO. He needs to be picked up. And nobody can stay in Ghana and say, this is witch hunting. There's a video. He needs to just come and explain. And then after his explanation, if he has to be processed for court, he needs to be processed for court. You know, we need to set some precedent. I will see a setting some precedent. Send young people and stupid old boys who are behaving as if they are young kids, they need to be used as scapegoats. This is the new Ghana. We cannot still be sitting in the Kufuor Ghana where lawlessness is seen as something normal. No. Raymond Archer, this is coming from me. I swear to God. If you want me, my platform, to give you respect, to show you respect, for Ghanaians to respect the position you occupy, call this guy in. The CID boss, the Public Order Act is there. It states it clearly. We want to know. He should come and show the permit that he has to give him the authority to stand in front of EOCO office to threaten EOCO officers. He needs to come and show a permit to prove to Ghanaians that he had the right to stand in front of a security zone and threaten the EOCO boss. Right now as I speak, EOCO boss, the wife, their life, it is in danger. And I am telling Raymond Archer, and I'm swearing on my show, if you don't pick this boy up, if you don't pick this guy up, because it is our responsibility as citizens to make sure the law works in Ghana, to make sure officials who are supposed to work and protect the law and make sure the law works for everyone, those officials are protected and also the law applies. We cannot be selective about how the law applies. And this guy needs to be picked up wherever he is tonight. He needs to be picked up. Now, I'm sure the reason why it's here, Chairman Wontumi, he cannot go home anytime soon. And Chairman Wontumi beko fear. So even Monday, Chairman Wontumi ko fear. By Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, he'll be picked up again. You know why? All sana appear could be Ekasano. TNA, my member appear could be interview. No, maybe I'm pointing something out to you. Appear could be.
Lawyer, we've heard from Baumi, we've heard from Alexander Fenyomaki. They said they went to NIB. The client is not there. Where is he?
You see, there is a way of doing everything. If you use the way to do it, you will do it as expected. So you don't start throwing stones when you want to enter the house. This is, what is the time? This is 8 o'clock. But we've gotten public officers still stay here and wait for us. It depends on how you conduct the business. So we have been seen by the public officers. We've done what is dutifully our job to do. We've done this. We encountered some difficulty which will be sorted out on Monday. Then we'll have a fresh slate to operate. We will work towards the desired results. I beg you, all of you, I will stay out of the politics and the theater, and I'll do the work within the law. I thank you very much for your support.
Just one question. Do you know the whereabouts of your client?
Oh, yes. Why not?
Where is he?
We had brought him to meet with Vice President, but the situation we saw was difficult to arrange this meeting, to pass through the crowd to get Vice President, see him and talk to him. So we had to take him back, and I told you that his condition of health requires attention. So he is receiving attention. He is wholly good, he is wholly healthy, and there's nothing to worry about in respect of his health.
Secure the bail now?
We have been able to provide the sureties. That one I can assure you. And I'm very grateful to Honorable Brian Agyapong, who has supported me to file the documents. He has brought his documents to which goes over and above the value of money that is required. So I thank him very much.
So that means your client is going home tonight?
Oh, well, obviously no.
So when?
I told you that we encountered a challenge. The challenge that needs to be addressed before we can go forward. In fact, they had agreed to do the inspection tonight. So all the officers are there. But the challenge that I faced is legal. We can't do it because, but I'm grateful to them. They agreed to wait for us to bring the documents for them to go inspect the properties. But we have a legal challenge. Unknown to me, there was an application to frustrate what we are doing. So we will deal with it on Monday. I say it is application that was not filed by my good self, but that prohibits us.
Is that what you're holding?
That is what I'm holding.
Specifically, what is it about?
I'm not showing you.
Sure. So hopefully by Monday your client will be free.
Hopefully by Monday, when this application is withdrawn, then we'll proceed to complete what we are doing.
I get that becomes a conditionality then, that if this application is withdrawn, yes, your client gets to go home.
Pending, that will impeach them from continuing with the negotiations. Otherwise, we need to wait and this application is taken and the results come before we can also come in. Because independency of this application, none of us can perform. But at least we have the agreement that we are ready to end. So but for this application, we would have ended today. Unfortunately.
Okay, Mami Mao conconsa allegations. Mami Mao, the conconsa in this whole thing. Application or can also say the application to frustrate us. Unma the ultimate application was Mami Mao story no. Mon kwasi afo na mugu street so demonstration no. Mami chiro bibi. Sa application or can. Application or can bloggers mun twanko didi. The Interpol and FBI, they have shown interest in Chairman Wontumi's case. In terms of what appear kubia, or say the sureties there, we have met it. The bail, we have met it. In fact, they were supposed to do the inspection. Nanka some reason your mano, nenyumria, nanso application no. Sa application abano. Mean to me can't say Chairman Wontumi be kofi Monday and I say Uncle Monday. If we say I will see a dealing with the application. The application no, the Interpol and FBI interested in Chairman Wontumi's case. And untina ankanadwi because by the champ Potuma provided chrono sikani nyina say yenyina. Why not? All that they have to do is to go through the document, look at every receipt, connect it to every facility or every property. Omu use DSC our wano, and they'll be like Chairman Wontumi go home. There's no big deal. But the reason why I check to me at the sign your money still appear could be ekase. Chairman Wontumi cannot go home because there's an application. And that application was not filed by him. The application is frustrating the process. And it's not just a mere application. It's an application that is strong. Into that application, the interest of the Interpol and the interest of the FBI. Now, why is the FBI interested? Why is the Interpol interested? Now remember, Yatise Chairman Wontumi eto a lot of properties, the allegations and some of the stories going out there. The allegations on the street is say Chairman Wontumi cars or majority of them are stolen cars from Canada. That's the allegation that is in the charge sheet. The allegation is that Chairman Wontumi cars or China Ghana in Porsche ne Lamborghinis ne 90% of our cars, the allegation is say ni nyina ne ntwifem ye wia no abruchire Canada and America near the buy. Now secondly, the reason why the FBI, Mokai say, may a story be about a Ivorians be group be a mercenary groups are omoba Ghana abe frustrate elections no. The allegation is that those people were being financed by Chairman Wontumi. They are looking at terrorist financing. These are all allegations I'm giving you in the system. These are some of the allegations the FBI and the Interpol are interested in and they are investigating. That is why they have written an application to the Ghana court and also to the EOCO that the guy cannot be released because they are also conducting their investigation. That's the allegation. That is the allegation I am telling you. This is the allegation I have heard from my source. Chairman Wontu, it is because some part of the story is terrorist financing. Some part of the story is defrauding people. It's got to do with money laundering. Some part of the story too is got to do with terrorist financing. So the story you see there is simple, no? So Brian the champ on the $10 billion grabber. They don't care about the money. The FBI and the Interpol are looking at the offense committed. They are interested. That is why Chairman Wontumi is still in there. So when the Attorney General through the EOCO or through the Attorney General through the investigations by EOCO at the 50 million eto Chairman Wontumi at the end of the day 50 million bill we were in Ghana and the end to be so and 54 million Ghana cedis eto why you so why did he get bill? Because his lawyers went through the process. His lawyers appealed to the court. These lawyers made a case and an argument that the judge sitting there understood and said 54 million $. This is 2015. So 2012, this is 2012. 54 million cedis. Oh, you said 54 million cedis now is in 2012. And on a court to the two Wyoming, so 2012, 54 million cedis. But Wire through his legal team, what did they do? They went to court. They followed the process. Their lawyers his lawyer made the argument, and the court brought down the bill amount. So why say Chairman Wontu to me, yes, sir? Why is it not so easy for Apia Kubimu to do that? They can easily go to court and tell and tell the judge that, you know something, Mr. Judge, this our client is known around. This our client is a businessman. In fact, the 50 million Ghana cedis is too much. Wyoming Self was giving 52 and it was dropped. So with us, this is 2025. Why don't you drop it a little bit so that my client can meet it? A reasonable judge will be like, no problem. But that is not being done. The reason why it's not being done is because Apia Kubido on him. What is there? He knows around as a pastor. Mensah was the board chair. They made decisions and Atuesian activated it. As we speak, Atuesian, Atuesian has to come to 37 military hospital every Wednesday to come and go through a process. He can die any day. This is NPP for you. A judge sat in Ghana court and put $200 million cedis bail on a young Ghanaian. Capital Bank issue, Mensah Otabo and the rest of the team were part. Nobody was. Bill 200 million and 2 biaso. You should that single this man out. When your time, we are sorry, we are sorry. Go to Nsawam prisons. Atuesian is there, he's dying. I can show you his current picture. Ubesu. Atuesian, I can show you his current picture. Ubesu. I'll need his permission to show you that picture. When I show you his current picture, 200 million bill and a judge for the two branch whistle. 200 million. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Do you guys think we are stupid? Mojin said Ghana, it revolves around only MPP. Into Coca and then Kwasiafo without permits. Ako jina air threaten Raymond Achaso Mubikuno. Coca. Sometimes, se bibi bana udi echira, I am a wide dream refugee. And I may advise a girl be all UK. ni kunu adwuma MTTD girl you at UK oni paper or the nursing company be a dean or the visa or the coy and a service company the EOCO license. So girl no adwuma stadium and them no can or a receptionist at a stock shop. So girl into social media and then making stories about people. She will end up in Ghana with her husband. You see, that is how it works. And you don't just follow the crowd. You just don't sit there and say, Obi ye bibi intimidate. So we need the financial wealth, strength. You don't know the details of what is going on. Stay away. Because the social media you see like that, through social media, your life can be taken away from you legally. You'll be shocked. Hey, Obi ye bi, adana menkwa, you'll be shocked. That is how the law works. That is how the law works. And such people, to say, girlie, you didn't be example, not Ghana for atiasie. Why? Sometimes when you hear things, you sit back, Obi bet me theatrics for Obi one, but than no cray. I'm telling you. And so when you're smart, so because Kevin tell you, Kevin tell you, Sana say, at the end of the day, Obian PM free in the fear and betna TV soon can say. Kevin Taylor bomb chrono. You have to be careful before you also go out and say Kevin Taylor yewi. Tie the Americano. So I also say Kevin Taylor a fraudster. Kevin Taylor money laundering. Kevin Taylor or a businessman will boom call for. Now nipe be consistently. That is what they say because they want some group of people to believe her. Also say until you get people confirming. Say Mako will be to TV so. Cause Kevin Taylor a fraudster. Kevin Taylor yewi. Kevin Taylor where the minini a business and oriame. When you don't get that fact, do not be part of the conversation. Because lies, it can be forced into the system to turn into truth. Anytime it's Nahana Mekasa, I back every single thing with evidence. Because I know the law and I know how the law works. I know the law and I know how the law works. It is all TSM. Then you jump on the boat. Maybe a 1,000 acre, but they might pick you up and you might not see light again. You might not see lights again. It is a OT. No, be cancer. No, Tanasiaka say, yes, Kevin Yewi, yes, Kevin a Froster, yes, Kevin, I say, now then, Tina Minya, Nipa Bakumpomba, Bontiba Casa Kevin Dupuno. This is what a common sense individual so Tanasi Busaho and Sana, you jump into that conversation. Because yes, now you follow the lies that is being forced on you as truth. You end up at the wrong side. And you know one funny thing? The social media we sit on has made everything small. The world is global. Somebody can stay in America and see you in Vietnam. You'll be shocked. And that person will never step in Vietnam, but you go to jail. That is how internet, technology has changed the world. So do not underestimate the power of the law. Otia Sama. Get your facts right. Man, guys will be posting to me post to be. You'll be shocked. You will weep because no matter what, it can take years. It will still come out. When lies is thrown in the system, it takes over the truth. But as time goes on and the lies simmers, the intelligent people sit back and ask questions. And when they ask those questions, they start to know the answers. You can say yes to Christo. You can born ascendium. Nobody was able to step up to say yes to Christo. Was after they crucified Jesus Christ, and say we have made a mistake. Be very careful in your utterances. Be very careful in what you post. Be very careful in what you support. My name is Kevin Taylor. It's been a wonderful Friday. I'll meet you on Monday. We will discuss Ghana. We'll break things down and we'll make sure the right thing is done. You are a messenger. I am a messenger. God bless you. God bless me. Cheers.